NBA 2K25 is not a casual game. It's not meant for casual gamers. And I mean that in both senses. For one, it is a NBA game. Basketball game. Like if you playing online, you're supposed to be the best of the best. Same with any other game. But it's not, 2K doesn't like that. They don't like the fact that people that are less skilled aren't invited to play the game. So they were like, okay, let's make it more for less skilled players. How does that hurt the casual gamer experience? Because a casual gamer does not equal to less skilled. And the fact that 2K is making a video game for a bunch of dumb jocks and all these stupid brain dead TikTok users that are playing their game are trying to complain and give feedback, and 2K's listening to them. Like, how do you expect the game to get any better when you're listening to a bunch of, like, come on, bro. I can't even use the words that I would usually use to describe these people. Like, in what game? I'm not even going to compare it to other games. The problem with all of this is, right. Here's how it is. Let's say you're a casual gamer and you just hop on and play like 5 games a day. You're not going to make it past the second or third one. You know what I'm saying? And then after your second or third time playing the game, period, you're never going to play it again. And you probably aren't going to buy the next title. If you guys have noticed, the player base has dramatically dropped on both next gen and current gen. Back in the days, it was hard to find the same people over and over and over again. In these days, I'm seeing the same people all over and over and over and over and over and over and over, because it's only the same people playing the game. It's basketball fans, 2K fans, new people that got manipulated into buying this game thinking it's going to be a new game or just a basketball game, and then people that actually like 2K. There's a small percentage of the fan base that's still playing the game that likes 2K. And this is the very same fan base that 2K has been making their games for. You know what I'm saying? So let's say it's only 100,000 people collectively on next gen and current gen. 2K has been making the game for 100,000 people. They've only been listening to 100,000 people. Mind you, they've been getting tens of millions of sales. How do you go from getting tens of millions of sales to now having to fake them and losing out on potential sales because you didn't make a game that is worth buying, and you've been doing that for years on end? I'm saying that's the most disappointing thing. It's like if 2K listened when everybody complained about 2K18 and 2K19 wasn't just as hated, and if 2K20 wasn't just a little bit better but was a lot better, and if 2K21 didn't have so many issues, and if 2K22 didn't have so many issues, and if 2K23 didn't have so many issues, and if 2K24 got the love that it needed, 2K25 would be in a great space. But for all this time, 2K24 was the foundation for a 2K that they wanted to make. 2K23 should have been the foundation. 2K23 was not the foundation. Instead, they remade and built it from the ground up. Now you got 2K24. Then 2K25 was delayed. Now you have 2K25. And who was the game made for? The same people that 2K has been making the game for all the way since the beginning. Where's all the people that used to ask for realism? They all left because they didn't get realistic gameplay. If 2K players got realistic basketball, they would have stayed, but they didn't. So ask how many people don't play 2K anymore, and ask them why. They're going to point out everything that isn't realistic. Like, we're talking about basketball and it doesn't look like basketball. In the NBA, does everybody have a problem with shooting? Is everybody complaining about all of their favorite players not being able to shoot the ball? No, they're not. If NBA games were to go to 21, if you look at anybody's per 30 stats, then divide that by 3. Compare that to our stats. Why am I saying divide that by 3? Because we only get 10-minute games. Unless you want to do rec, then I mean, like, I guess, multiply that by 0.66, because that's only 20 out of the 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But your per 30 is not going to be accurate to NBA per 30 as far as park goes, because the more time that you play and the more shots that you take, the worse that you're getting. Usually in the NBA, you have to heat up. In 2K, your best is when you're in the beginning of the game. Why is it that in the NBA people have to get fatigued a little bit to play better? You know what I'm saying? Like, when they play full energy, it's like they're not in the game yet. They're not full. You know what I mean? There are some people who's like ready at all times, but like they gotta heat up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get a feel for the game. They gotta get the momentum going. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that. The momentum is high in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you inbound the ball, steal, rim run, boom, easy dunk, no contest. You still can't contest dunks. Why can you not take people out of their dunks yet? And then if you do, it's a layup, and then you can't take people out of their layup, and you can't contest layups. Acrobat, whenever you see the jump shot feedback, there is no contest system. There is no contest for inside scoring. Just animations. There's still no physics on the ball. When the ball rolls in or rolls out, that's all the animation. Y'all recognize that stuff from 2K17. When they say they added 9,000 new animations, they mean that they just added a bunch of stuff from the old games. All of the new animations that they added, those are dope. I'm not going to lie. But the experience gets ruined when you have a bunch of old animations. Why are stills animations now? Every single still is an animation. Why is it that if I tap X and then if my opponent taps square at the same time, it's an automatic still? A lot of y'all don't have issues with the things that I have issues with because y'all all play the same. 98% of the 2K community plays exactly the same, and they all suck. They're all meta players. If you're a meta player, how are you even considering yourself a casual? If you model your playstyle after a YouTuber, how could you consider yourself a casual? You might be a bum, you might be less skilled, you might be trash, and that's the reason why you're calling yourself a casual, to just mask it. But you're not a casual. You play the game all the time. And every time you get on the court, you're spamming square all game, every game. Imagine the people that play 20 games, 30 games, 50 games a day, and they're spamming square each and every game. If you average more than 2 steals a game, let me have a word with you. Because how are you even doing that in a game to 21? Because steals are broken, and you can tap square one time and you'll get the free steal. It takes no skill. You know why? Because all of the bums were just complaining about not getting a bump steal or tapping square and not getting a steal, and not, you mean, like, they're being out of position, they're too far away, but instead it's just an automatic animation now, and that was free animations, and it ruined the game. All these bums, and like, you know what I'm saying, like, they're really bums. That's all I can say as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, if I want to, keep my channel. They're just trash, though. And 2K created a game for people that are trash. They didn't want to listen to the casuals. They didn't want to listen to the sweats, to the meta players, the people that were good at the game, the people that were putting money into the game. None of them. They said casuals put the most money into the game, and it made the game for a bunch of bums that still wear brown shirts at 90 overall. Never bought no clothes or nothing. People are still taking standstill jump shots in 2K25. Y'all don't learn y'all hop jumpers, spin jumpers, fades, none of that. You might see a fade here and there, but you're not shooting that all game. You're passing the ball, waiting, sitting in the corner. You're not ISOing. It's not It's not exciting. I'd rather just watch the real NBA. You know what I'm saying? Just rather play ball in real life, because there's stuff in real life that you're going to be able to do that you just can't do in 2K, because there's no animation for it. There's no input for it. Why? And then again, Mike Wang will always get mad whenever we make videos about this. Oh, they why are you talking about the game? Why are you hating on our game? What is there to like about the game? If you want me to speak positively about the game, which I tried to on multiple occasions, then you gotta make a better game. Like, I'm saying, the experience has to be better. Like, I'm saying, Like, why am I even able to say this stuff about your game if you're putting so much money and time and effort and you got great hair and you're about to die and all this stuff? Like, come on, man. Like, wouldn't it just be better if you weren't at the company anymore for all this? Wouldn't it just be better to fire certain people and hire younger people? Like, you know what I'm saying, isn't this like really what 2K really needs? Needs to just be revamped. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Call of Duty, you had Treyarch and Activision and Sledgehammer. With 2K, you only got 2K. Take two. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got no other company trying to help you make this game. And y'all want to complain about how hard it is to make a game. But you want to monopolize the basketball video game industry. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm saying, but these are the people that run the world, and these are the people that y'all support. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I really can't trust anybody, because it's like, not only do I feel like attacking the leaders would, send a message, but what about the community? Like, if we just cause turmoil in the community, like, clearly they don't care, right? How many rants are you going to see on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? 2K rants come out every day, every hour, whatever. But, like, what if things start happening in real life? Like, businesses start getting attacked and, people start getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like just to send a message. Like, that's what they used to do back in the days. They used to do things, they used to take, drastic action just for the smallest of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? For maybe a little $200, just because it's not about that, it's about the principle. It's about the fact that you don't want to, respect people, and you don't want to, what I'm saying? Like, you just want to be scummy, and you feel like because you're behind a company and you're so far away and you're able to distribute your discs and you don't have to be in front of people, that you can just do what you want. But it's like, there's ways to, use other people as a proxy or as a vessel for, and it's like, then when I start talking like this, then it's like, oh, now you're getting unreasonable, you're getting irrational, and it's like, no, I'm just comparing. What if people were to handle things now the way they did way back in the day? Now that we have a phone or whatever, we can vocalize stuff and, create this echo chamber and then get distracted by the fact that people are monetized or whatever. But it's like, when all of that blows over, right, and you sit down and try to play the game and try to support somebody's company, what happens? You become disappointed every single time. So what do? Do you start attacking businesses? Do you start attacking the company? Do you start, doing things that you normally wouldn't do? Because it's like, I could be playing your game right now, and there's nothing else that I want to do right now. But it's like, and then think about all the people that don't have phones, or that aren't making content, or that aren't being vocal about this. They just have to deal with this, or they wasted money. There's people that really cry. Like, there's little kids playing this game crying because they can't make a shot, or because I'm speaking so badly about them. Literally crying. I'm saying, like, this is the scummy stuff that is like, okay, now can we burn down the headquarters yet? Because clearly they have no regard for humanity. I'm saying they just care about the dollar, but the dollar comes from the very same people who are working to pay them. So it's like, I'm saying, but that's gonna be that on that. I didn't want to edit the video this time. I just wanted to record the video and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just disappointing to me. I'm saying, like, how long is it gonna be? We got 3 updates in a row. Nothing fixed anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure where 2K is gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everybody's trash though. So it's like, wouldn't it make more sense to raise the sliders so that it's a little bit easier to get better at the game? But it's like, you can't get better at the game if it's rigged for you to be bad. Like, I'm saying, then people don't even know that. Like, life isn't even that rigged. Like, you know what I'm saying? But 2K wants to be. What I will say is, if anybody sees this, if you would like to see me actually fight 2K, we're going to need to grow. Pause. You know what I'm saying? 1.7 thousand subscribers is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Badge Plug got like a couple 100,000, maybe 1 million, I don't know, and he only pulls a couple 100,000 views. But I need to be up there with them. Like, I'm saying, right now I'm on the low end, and there's other people like Text that's making terrible reviews and getting 20-30,000 views off of that. So me only getting 10, 20, 30, 100 views off of 2K content, it's like, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. Like, I'm saying, so if you actually want to see me do something about, the state of 2K, then we're actually going to have to build a following. But I feel like everybody that has the attention, they're just. I feel like YouTube is definitely giving attention to the right people because if I get any type of attention, if I my numbers go up in any way, shape, or form, it's going to be very detrimental to society. Like I'm saying, it's going to help a few people, but it's like Mike Wang has a family, Ronnie 2K has a family. Like I'm saying, so it's like, what happens if somehow their locations get doxxed or whatever? Like I'm saying, it's like it's just in theory because it's like if you look at the past, people have done this before. So it's like just because people are more docile and less violent now doesn't mean that people don't feel the same exact way. And it's like all it takes is the right amount of money, the right amount of resources. You know what I'm saying, or the right partnership. Because for all we know, there could be a company out there that really hates Take-Two or hates 2K and they want to see it burn. It could be some 2K players that hate 2K for a whole nother reason. It could be some people from my team, a community that hates 2K for a whole nother reason. But it's like, what if something happens to said parties and then they just discontinue 2K? Because it's like, dang, all that. And it's like, then nothing will really matter because they just ran off with everybody's money and everybody's rich. So it's like, I'm saying, I'm really trying to think of a way that is better than just, making videos about 2K and saying how terrible it is. I've been doing that for the past 3 years. It's like, what is something that as a community we could actually do to, gain the attention and probably actually have some type of change? Because, Mike Wang is scared to speak to the community because he knows what he's doing. He's making the game terrible and he doesn't want to admit that he's making the game for bums. Like people like his son. Like his son is shitty at the game, just started playing 2K. So it's like Ronnie 2K, his whole family is shitty. Like, they just raised enough money to, get internet in their village. Like I'm saying, y'all know Ronnie 2K. I'm saying he don't care about nobody. So I'm saying his family back at home that he doesn't send money back to finally got internet and whatnot, access to resources to be able to play 2K, and they were getting smoked. So it's like, no, we're gonna make sure this year we're gonna make sure that y'all never lose a game. So now all the bums and everybody that used to have 21 percentages, now they got 30, 40, 61 percentages, and they finally feel good about themselves. And it's like everybody that was good at the game and that was willing to put money into the game and actually support and like 2K for the past decade, probably even longer than that, since before Park was in the game, they feel like they're done wrong. Like so what can the 2K community do to make 2K better? You know what I'm saying? Because we've been trying for years. We tried everything. We tried boycotting. Saying we tried doing rants. We tried doing everything. It's just why don't consumers have that protection? Like why are gaming companies not allowed? Well, why are they allowed to release broken games and games that don't work the way that is being promoted? Because it's like, by technicality, everything that 2K has ever put out has been false advertisement. Literally everything. And most of these companies and legal systems, they know this stuff. But because even the largest creators aren't talking about, like, if the largest creators aren't talking about this and it's not being in the news, it's not in headlines and all that, I'm saying, like, I could probably do that. I could pay a little $200 to some agency. It's gonna put out a story, and it's gonna be able to make the news. Probably, like, well, not the news, but as far as Google goes or Twitter, it might start a little uproar. But what's the point in me putting $200 into that type of promotion if people still gonna put $200 into the game and make a build? Yo, bro, you know what I'm saying, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm saying, but that's gonna be 20 minutes of that. You know what I'm saying, it's been a while since I actually sat down and actually talked about the state of 2K. I'm saying that's part of the reason why I didn't want to give y'all any background. It's like, you just gonna shut up and you gonna see this. You know what I'm saying? There's no music or nothing. So it's just disappointing to me, man. I wish that we could go back to the old days, or I wish that we could move forward to better days. But it just seems as if 2K just doesn't care about that, and I'm probably making a huge mistake. So let me go upstairs real quick. I'm gonna catch you on the flip. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Speedy out. Pray that I still got my cupcakes.